Tuesday afternoon, friends and folks. Denise Osorio here, and you're watching PTV News Now. Kicking off with our top stories this afternoon. The government will include the 20 pesos per kilo rice in the Department of Social Welfare and Development or DSWD's Walang Gutom program to enhance food access for poor families, according to DSWD Secretary Rex Gatchalian. The affordable rice will be made available through accredited retailers like Kadiwa outlets and small agri-cooperatives, where beneficiaries redeem their food credits. Launched in July 2023, the Walang Gutom 2027 food stamp program aims to assist 750,000 food-poor families by 2027 through monthly food credits and nutrition education. The 20 pesos per kilo rice program, Benteng Bigas Meron Na, is part of the government's effort to make rice more affordable. A survey by social weather stations commissioned by a major telecom company found that hunger among WGP beneficiaries declined from 48.7% in October 2024 to 44.6% in December 2024. Regions like Negros Occidental, Cotabato City, and Zamboanga del Norte showed the most significant improvements. The National Police Commission or Napolcom has expressed full support for the priorities of new Philippine National Police Chief General Nicolas Torre III, particularly his 3-minute response time directive and proposal to shorten police work shifts from 12 to 8 hours to enhance efficiency and work-life balance. Napolcom Vice Chairperson Rafael Calinisan emphasized that the agency stands behind Torres' leadership and reform plans aimed at improving police service and public trust. Torre, the 31st PNP chief, recently replaced General Romel Francisco Marbil. Additionally, Napolcom has resumed and expanded its scholarship assistance program for children of PNP personnel who were killed or permanently disabled in the line of duty. The program now covers K-12 vocational and college education, including both legitimate and illegitimate children, funded by proceeds from firearm licensing fees as mandated by law. Drones are a subject's eyes on his object of attention, purpose, or mission. A Seattle startup is ramping up action by first responders in times of natural calamities and disasters. VOA's Natasha Mosgovaya filed this story from Seattle.
This drone can break a window to fly inside a building in hazardous conditions, navigate and create a 3D map of the environment without use of GPS, and establish two-way communications with survivors of a natural disaster or attackers in the case of a hostage crisis. If it falls on the ground upside down, it can turtle, flip upright and launch itself up in the air. A Seattle startup is aiming to provide drones for first responders. The company has already deployed its Lemur 2 model drone with several law enforcement agencies in the U.S.
Long term, we're really interested in this idea of making the police helicopter obsolete and using drones to respond to all 911 calls in seconds. So use drones to deliver Narcan, AEDs, EpiPens, give firefighters a live thermal imaging view of a structure fire before they even arrive on scene, like tell police if what that person is holding is a lighter or a gun before they show up.
Development, prototyping and manufacturing of the drones all take place in the same building in Seattle. The company doesn't have the luxury of procuring cheap components from other countries.
The entire global supply chain for drone components is really based out of a single city, which is Shenzhen, China. We're NDA compliant, which means that we don't utilize any electronics, any silicon from China, Russia, Iran, other countries on an entity list. We've had to sort of build a domestic supply chain for all of the componentry inside of this bird.
Bring's drones started as indoor devices, but the company enhanced their outdoor capabilities after the drones were used for reconnaissance and rescue missions in Ukraine and after the 2023 earthquake in Turkey. Natasha Mosgovaya, VOA News, Seattle, Washington.
That's all for this afternoon's news. Be sure to join us again later for our evening breaking stories edition. Stay tuned and keep informed by catching the latest updates right here. I'm Denise Osorio. Thank you for watching PTV News Now.